First, let us take a look at what Tai Chi actually is. It's historically known as shadow boxing and is one of the major branches of the traditional Chinese martial arts. Tai Chi means the ultimate of ultimate, often used to describe the vastness of the universe. The principles are based on ancient Chinese philosophy of Taoism. This philosophy stresses the natural balance in all things and the need for living in spiritual and physical accord with the patterns of nature. It has two belief systems: Qi, which is an energy flow throughout the body. Tai Chi attempts to unblock and encourage the proper flow of Qi. And then there's Yin and Yang. Tai Chi promotes the balance of these two opposing elements. Yin can be associated with soft, pliant, and feminine, while Yang is more associated with hard, rigid, and masculine. Being balanced and at peace with these two will lead to longevity in life. There are many different styles and adaptation of Tai Chi since its inception. The foundational styles include the Chen style, Yang style, Wu style, and the Sun style. While the origin was taught to those interested in self-defense, it is now widely taken because of its health benefits. Now, let's see how it is done. As I said before, the origin of it was taught to those interested in self-defense, but it is now widely taken because of its health benefits. Tai Chi is often described as meditation in motion. It's a low-impact, slow-motion exercise where you go through a series of motions named after animal actions. Breathing deeply and naturally while focusing your attention and focusing on your bodily sensations are key components to this practice. The movements are made with relaxed muscles in circular motions with the joints never fully extended or bent. It aims to improve and maintain muscle strength, flexibility, and most importantly, balance through the constant movement of the body. The Tai Chi reach spans from the fittest humans to those in wheelchairs and even to those cognitively impaired. I'm feeling rejuvenated and focused after that session. Now I want us to look at, first, the common problems with the aging population. So in this population, we often find muscular atrophy, balance issues, cardiovascular disease, a reduced proprioceptive sense, depression, social isolation, neck and back pain, and even an increase in fear. I have found 5 journal articles that touch on these and how Tai Chi can have a positive effect on each and every one of them. I'll be going through each of these articles one by one and presenting evidence on how Tai Chi can have a positive effect on the aging population. The first paper we'll take a look at is titled "The Effectiveness of Tai Chi on Quality of Life, Depressive Symptoms, and Physical Function Among Community-Dwelling Older Adults with Chronic Disease, a Systematic Review and Meta-Analysis by Chu and Company." This was a meta-analysis that investigated the effectiveness of Tai Chi. It included 869 participants across all of the studies. They found that Tai Chi had favorable effects on quality of life and depressive symptoms of older adults. Many of the studies also noted benefits in muscular strength, balance, and flexibility, as well as cardiorespiratory function and psychological well-being. One particular study found significant reduction in depressive symptoms in the Tai Chi group compared to the control group. These were lower in those who took part in a 6-month Tai Chi program. Tai Chi is suggested to do this by decreasing stress hormones excretion such as epinephrine and urine cortisol. The practice of mindfulness through Tai Chi can decrease sympathetic activity, which helps improve mental states. And this was seen on the positive impact it had on the mental component of the person's quality of life. Interestingly enough, for the dynamic balance component of this investigation, no statistical significance was seen between the experimental and control group. These were tested by timed up and go tests as well as a 6-minute walk test. But the specific control of continuous body movements, which promotes muscle strength, coordination, and functional ability, were highly associated with improvements in the physical component summary. Overall, the quality of life was reported to be statistically improved in groups who participated in Tai Chi, with the quality of life being defined as the individual's satisfaction of his goals, needs, and values. The next paper was titled Tai Chi on Psychological Well-Being, a systematic review and meta-analysis by Wang et al. They aim to investigate and find evidence on the quantitative effects of Tai Chi on the psychological well-being of individuals. They sought out to find the effects it has on stress, anxiety, depression, and mood disturbance in Eastern and Western populations. They reviewed 40 studies that included 3,817 subjects. They first looked at stress levels that were collected by body temperature and salivary cortisol levels, as well as various stress scale tests and assessments. There were significant improvements in stress management and psychological distress. Even after a 1-hour session, there was significant decrease in levels of stress in all groups. Anxiety was investigated next. The experiments employed various anxiety scales as well as some disease-specific anxiety measures. They found that practicing Tai Chi 2 to 4 times a week showed a significant reduction in anxiety. And those who have a history of practicing Tai Chi, so from 6 months to 14 years, showed significantly reduced anxiety measures compared to the general population. For depression, the studies used the Center for Epidemiology Studies Depression Scale. They concluded that Tai Chi tended to reduce depression. These results interestingly included an improvement in symptoms and physical function of rheumatoid arthritis and multiple sclerosis, and an increase in the immune response of the elderly. They also found that Tai Chi had favorable effects on mood of the elderly with cardiovascular risk factors, and that self-esteem was boosted in a 26-week program of Chinese elderly. The authors did note that there is insufficient evidence to find any dose-response effect on psychological outcomes, so we still aren't sure if the intensity of the adherence to the programs has an effect on the outcome. The next paper titled, Does Practicing Tai Chi Chuan Make a Difference for Postural Balance in the Elderly? A pilot study by Paksad Mayer and Company. They compared Tai Chi practitioners and non-practicing elderly adults to see who had better balance control. They used a suspended platform that would produce a swinging motion after the participant had an involuntary movement. The participants stood in 4 different stances, one with their feet shoulder width apart with their eyes open, and then with their eyes closed. Then they had to stand with their legs together, and then in a tandem stance. They were going on the notion that proprioceptive ability diminishes with age, causing an increase in falls in the elderly. Tai Chi looks to stop that proprioceptive loss. The harmony between body and mind is achieved by breathing and concentration, especially when weight is being shifted from one leg to the other. Tai Chi does just that. It challenges that weight shift from one leg to the other and seems to be good exercise to enhance balance. The results showed that when visual input was taken away, or when they stood with their feet shoulder width apart and eyes closed, the Tai Chi practitioners did significantly better. It was also shown that when the participants stood with legs together, there was better balance among the Tai Chi group. It shows that Tai Chi aids the balance when the person is in a more challenging position. This can be due to a more sensitive vestibular system as well as proprioceptive feedback. This type of improvement may help the elderly when in challenging positions, or may help them be able to rectify themselves when a fall is impending. The fourth paper we will dive into is titled Tai Chi Improves Brain Metabolism and Muscle Energetics in Older Adults by Zhu and al. This study noted that the underlying physiological changes that Tai Chi can have has not been characterized yet. So they aim to assess the changes in brain metabolites and muscle energetics after Tai Chi training in an aging population. Only 6 adults were recruited for this, and they were enrolled in a 12-week Tai Chi program. They importantly noted that Tai Chi results in the strengthening of muscles in the lower limb, particularly in knee flexor and extensor muscle groups like the quadriceps. They aim to look at the rate of recovery of phosphocreatine following exercise and tracked N-acetylaspartate in the brain, which is a known indicator of neuronal health. A decrease in this NAA level is an indication of neuronal loss, which is seen with healthy aging. The Tai Chi training demonstrated a significant increase in AAA. This may mean Tai Chi may increase neuroplasticity or have a protective effect on neurons. There was also a significant decrease in the phosphocreatine recovery times, which means the muscles took less time to fully recover following the workout. They show that Tai Chi training may accelerate ATP synthesis in the muscles and improve muscle function. So, by performing Tai Chi, the muscles became stronger and were more efficient at recovering, leaving the elderly weaker for a lesser amount of time. They claim these results provide an insight into the physiological mechanisms of the lower extremity muscular strength and improved motor control following Tai Chi. The last paper we will investigate was titled The Review of Tai Chi as an Effective Exercise on Falls Prevention in Elderly by Schlecker and Wedham. This study asked the questions, does regular Tai Chi exercise lead to fewer falls and fall-related injuries? Who gets the most benefit from Tai Chi? What is the minimum amount of Tai Chi needed to show benefits? And how does it compare to other physical exercises? They reviewed 24 articles to hopefully find answers to these questions. They noted that falls affect 33% of people over 65 annually. Fallers have significantly weaker muscle strength in ankle dorsiflexion, hip flexors, or knee extensors. In general, they found the longer the Tai Chi practice time, the better the balance improvement and fall risk reduction. Another interesting finding was a reduction in the fear of falling in those who partook in Tai Chi. Tai Chi showed it can improve the elderly's balance from static all the way to dynamic and all the types in between. It was also shown that falls were reduced with Tai Chi when compared to no intervention, where they followed the program for 6 months. They also found that when using the Berg balance scale, there was a statistical significance in improvement of scoring post-Tai Chi compared to the controls. On this slide, after sifting through these studies, it's easy to see how beneficial practicing Tai Chi can be. As this research begins to gain more traction, Tai Chi will soon be a staple and exercise choice of the elderly. I also can picture in the near future it being offered much more regularly in adult and elderly exercise classes and programs. I know I will soon be encouraging those who are aging to begin this practice. This exercise is very easy to complete and the benefits are tenfold, so why not?